All right, my people, welcome back onto this channel. Well, this is another strong one reaching us. Still on the matter, Yoruba Nation no going back. Exactly what it is, exactly what the people are talking about. Declare Moshood, Abiola'S widow, wanted over invasion of Oyo government secretariat, says Professor Akintoye as he tells federal government. All right, my people, the news in details. Onto this, the Yoruba Nation Self-Determination Organization has called on the federal government to declare one Mrs. Dupe Onitiri Abiola, the widow of the late MKO Abiola, wanted for involvement in the invasion of the Oyo State Government Secretariat in Ibadan on Saturday. A statement by the group's leader, Emeritus Professor Adebanji Akintoye, which distanced itself from the development, said that the Democratic Republic of the Yoruba, a group under Mrs. Dupe Onitiri Abiola, which claimed responsibility for the attack, has no connection with the Yoruba Nation organization in any way. Akintoye urged the Nigerian government and then Oyo state government to declare Mrs. Onitiri Abiola wanted, adding that if not for any charges, she should explain the motive behind the invasion. The statement partly read, and I quote, "At about the time of the morning on Saturday 13th of April 2024, it was the Muslim weekend holiday. We received a report that a group of armed men had stormed the Oyo State Government Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan, Oyo State. Upon the receipt of the report, the Nigerian security troops immediately mobilized to the scene and then cordoned off the secretariat. We later understood who these armed men were after Nigerian security engaged them. They were observed to be Dupe Onitiri Abiola, the widow of the late MKO Abiola agitator group in military camouflage, and the Red Beret who invaded the secretariat in buses and their bikes. The invader spelled out their name to be Democratic Republic of the Yoruba, a group under Mrs. Dupe Onitiri Abiola. It added, I quote, "We would like to make a clear expression here that Yoruba Nation movement has nothing to do with Mrs. Dupe Onitiri Abiola and group, given the distinct differences between the two groups." Akintoye stated, "The organization Onitiri Abiola is different from our movement. We are Yoruba Nation Self-Determination Movement, YSDM. Our Yoruba Nation is registered by the Unrepresented Nations and the People's Organization, UNPO, under Professor Adebanji Akintoye. Their organization is Democratic Republic of the Yoruba, DRY, under Mrs. Dupe Onitiri Abiola. The administrative management are different. The people in the Yoruba Nation are law-abiding Yoruba people with polite orientation, but the Democratic Republic people of Dupe Onitiri are arrogant and rude, aggressive and militarized. The official media platform of communication are different. Yoruba Nation under Adebanji Akintoye uses the Yoruba World Media streaming from the UK, while Democratic Republic under Mrs. Dupe Onitiri Abiola uses the Ijinle Marcos Media streaming from Turkey. He said Nigerian media should not mistake his group for Onitiri Abiola'S group, adding that ignorance is not an excuse. A journalist must do his or her due diligence before reporting a story. The group, however, want that any media organization that links the Yoruba Nation to the act will face the court of law for defamation, and then in print media will be charged for libel. There is a big difference between Yoruba Nation Organization and the so-called Democratic Republic of the Yoruba Organization, he added. He said while the incident was ongoing, Professor Banji Akintoye and Chief Dr. Sunday Adeyemo Igboho came on air to condemn and debunk support for the dastard act of invasion. In the evening, Mrs. Dupe Onitiri Abiola was on air to confirm and then acclaim organizer, sick of the invasion and then the attack. She called them a delay in Yoruba translation, interim government. We therefore ask the Nigerian government, both state and the federal, to declare Mrs. Dupe Onitiri Abiola wanted, if not for any charges, but to come and then explain the reason for the invasion on a weekend holiday. We stand as Yoruba nation, and then our self-determination is an inalienable right to which the Nigerian government is a signatory to, same under the United Nations Charter. We are not terrorists, neither are we secessionists. Our right for self-determination shall not be undermined, not for any unwarranted assessment of any other Yoruba group that is alien to our movement. All right, and this is exactly what is actually reaching us onto this level. Yes, so Professor Banji Akintoye had made it clear that Moshood, Abiola'S widow, wanted over invasion of Oyo government secretariat, meaning the federal government should declare her wanted for the invasion of the government secretariat onto this one. And Professor Banji Akintoye had finally tell this to the federal government of Nigeria. This is so strong. Well, if she's declared wanted, you and Sunday Igboho and also should be declared wanted, because you both after the same goal, under the same umbrella. Yeah, this one had been replied with by Fawowe Nathaniel. Okay, that's the reply of Fawowe Nathaniel on this one. Well, we know definitely that Fawowe Nathaniel does not know the difference between Chief Sunday Igboho Yoruba Nation movement, their stand, what they stand for, and everything, compared to the Dupe Onitiri factions. Well, that's his own understanding. Anyway, she is not in Nigeria. I hope so, because she can't dare that in Nigeria soil. Okay, and exactly what it is, she is in the United States. That is why she is misbehaving. All right, so Adio Olami say, well, government don't tamper Abiola'S wife. Tinubu Sheyi, remember. Okay, that's another. Don't buy husband and still wanted to buy wife. Okay, that's what Adio Olami has actually said onto this one. That's so serious. Well, over to Yorubas. They need to know the right thing to do right now. The government need to wake up on this one. Yes, so and Professor Banji Akintoye has said it all. She must come out to tell us the reason why she has embarked on this journey. But the worst scenario is that this woman is always pushing people. She would never surface, she would never be there, but I don't know what is using for these people to have accepted everything she always tells them. That's so serious. Why should federal government declare her wanted? This one is coming from Abiola'S. Okay, if there is misunderstanding in the struggle, let it be settled within. She just about to finish to finish what we all started, Yoruba Nation now. Okay, that's so serious. Well, the fact remains that a majority of people are coming in this how would I put it, upside down comment. You need to actually tackle what it is. Everybody is saying, okay, Yoruba Nation should be actualized simply because of the hardship, most especially simply because of how the Fulani people have been treating the people in a way that it is not okay. It is not all right at all. You can imagine Fulani people coming to your land, say they want to take over, that the Yoruba land belong to them, that your own father and mother that are in the village that want to go to their farm should stay at home. They should not go to the farm so that they will be hungry. You understand? And for them to be, how will I put it again? Stealing people, kidnapping people. At the end of it all, they will still collect ransom and still buy those people. You can imagine, those are all those things that made this Yoruba nation to come out that, oh, since the government is not ready to listen to us, is not ready to do the needful, how long can we just sit back and allow these people to continue to buy our people? If that is the case, it's better we go our separate ways. And since they have been on this struggle, the Yoruba Nation movement has not caused any havoc or whatsoever, because they are peaceful people, and they are trying to do it peacefully, to explain to the federal government the need, why they need to separate, why they need to go, why they are not happy. That's exactly what it has been, but not the faction of Dupe Onitiri that is coming in to take it by force. That is treasonable felony, and as it stands, there is a very strong punishment for that. So that's just the difference. Everybody needs to understand this thing very well, or else a lot of people will go wrong on this discussion and judgment. All right, my people, this is exactly what we are talking about on today's one. What more can we say? Meanwhile, let me have your own take, my people, on this. And if this is your first time of joining us on this channel, remember to subscribe onto this one until we come your way next time. My brother, my sister, say bye for now.